Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Nandita Iqbal binti Muhammad Shukri, H24A3378. So today my group I would like to present about entrepreneur profile for our subject entrepreneurship behavior, ATM 10303. So this experiment is related to Puan Intan Shafina binti Abdul Jalali, who is the owner of the Apple Fried Chicken in Kota Baru. This is our group members. Our group members have 12 members. First is my teacher, Nadia Kumar. The second is Nick alias Sophia, and Alia Ilona, Ain Adana, Nick Alia Natasha, and Nur Azira Misara. In this slide, we have Nur Faratika, Ainu Jasmine, Nur Aziz Fatiha, Siti Fasiha Tanifa, Nur Shamila Hidayah, and Nurin. So, for this topic, we're going to look through about introduction, background, company background, the entrepreneur before starting the venture, the entrepreneur at the time he or she started the venture, and the conclusion. For our introduction, the Apple Fried Chicken was officially established on November 14, 2020. So, this Apple Fried Chicken is founded by Miss Intan Shafina, who is also the owner of the Rich Beach Resort. So, the idea came from customer feedback at the resort, highlighting the lack of food and beverage service. The restaurant served both resort and the general public, and the main goal for this the Apple Fried Chicken is to enhance guest comfort, food accessibility, and the overall vacation experience. So, uh, the guest is from mainly from teacher because the kiosk of the Apple Fried Chicken is near the school.
Hi, my name is Ainu Jasmita Abdullah. I'm going to present about the entrepreneur background. The owner name is Miss Intan Shafrina binti Abdul Jalali. She is the third child out of 5 siblings. Her parents are Miss Jaria binti Abu and Mr. Abdul Jalali bin Abdul Kasim. She come from a very entrepreneur and dedicated family. Let me share a little about her sibling. Her eldest brother, Miss Shaifuddin, owns a motorcycle workshop and a cosmetic shop. Her sister, Miss Intan Mutia, runs a herbal and homeopathy business along with a food stall. And other than that, her another sister, Miss Ida Shuhada, is proudly serving as a police officer. And the youngest sibling in the family, Miss Intan Shafira, is also a businesswoman who manage a food vendor business.
So, I'm going to talk about the Mrs. Intershafina education. For primary school is at SK Sungai Pasir Kedah and secondary school is SMK Sungai Pasir. For the higher education is Diploma in Tourism. She also known for strong leadership, teamwork and academic performance. Other than that, she also passionate about hospitality and tourism, like travel with the desire to create a memorable guest experiences. Lastly, she always focused on combining theoretical knowledge with real-life business practice.
Today, I want to talk about environment and influencer. Grew up in business-oriented environment, although parents were not in business. Almost all siblings are self-employed. Inspired by the entrepreneur culture surrounding her, close friends in Kelantan are also successful entrepreneurs. Regularly receive business advice, motivation, and support from family and friends. This strong support system nurtured her deep passion for entrepreneurship from a young age.
Okay, next we go to the company info. The Apple Fried Chicken was established in November 2020. They operate from 12 p.m. to 10 p.m. and they close on public holidays. The Apple Fried Chicken located inside the Rue Beach Resort owned by Miss Intan Shafrina. They created to enhance guest experience by providing food and beverage. Also open to the public to attract more customers and promote the resort.
Now I will continue with the next part of the company background, which is the step taken to open the The Apple Fried Chicken business. To begin this business, Ms. Intan first submit a proposal to the DAFC headquarters in Kota Baru, Kelantan. She knew that the expectation to open a kiosk was very high, so she prepared a detailed written report along with a formal presentation to support her application. In her presentation, Ms. Intan highlights several strengths of the location in Pantai Genting, such as its growing number of tourists, high local demand and strategic potential for a food-based business. She explained how opening the kiosk there would not only benefit the resort guests, but also attract more people from the public to visit the area. One of the most important points in her proposal was the fact that The Apple Fried Chicken only allowed one kiosk per district. This exclusivity made the competition very stiff. However, Ms. Intan's proposal stood out because it included a thorough market analysis and demonstrated a strong understanding of the company's brand, identity, and business value. Once she received approval from the headquarters, she immediately began planning the construction of the kiosk. She worked closely with the brand's constructor to ensure that the branding, layout, and signage not only match the company's standard but also complement the theme and atmosphere of her resort. She also closely monitored the construction process to make sure everything stayed on track and meet quality expectations. This step clearly shows Ms. Intan's strong determination, strategic mindset, and commitment to excellence. From the proposal to the kiosk construction, every stage was carefully planned to ensure that The Apple Fried Chicken would start strong and successful from the beginning.
Aini and Tasha binti Nerafi will now continue their presentation with the next topic, which is team and strategy. First staff interview. Ms. Intan scheduled a series of interviews with the purpose of selecting candidates with the required competency as well as responsibility and passion to serve customers. Ms. Intan focused on searching for people who would be interested in working hard to make the kiosk popular and bring the Apple Chicken to be one of the favorite eating place. During the interview, she was able to evaluate the prospect's suitability in dealing with customers, cleanliness, hygiene, and speed of work. Ms. Intan will also provide training to the new staff. Next, new staff training. She also laid a lot of stress on teamwork and partiality, so whoever she hired would be an asset to the kiosk. Furthermore, being a wise manager, Ms. Intan wanted to invest in her employees for her to provide proper training that would help the new employees understood the brand policy, menu, and customer service expectation. With this, the employees will not make mistakes and will be more skilled in carrying out any task. Next, there is one shared management team for both the kiosk and the resort. Both companies are under the same management. However, Ms. Intan stated that she preferred to be actively involved and personally supervise all the activities of her businesses. To ensure that both businesses run effectively, Ms. Intan has implemented a weekly management meeting schedule. These meetings serve as a communication agenda to evaluate the progress of both business, identify any new issues that need to be addressed, and plan for the future growth of the business. Each meeting is aimed at discussing the outcomes of business activities such as sales, customer satisfaction, and arising problems. During this session, Ms. Intan empowers her subordinates to have open discussion and to practice teamwork. Every issue, even minor ones, is brought up in the meeting for discussion. Such openness helps the team to anticipate problems and resolve them before they arise. For instance, if the Apple Fried Chicken kiosk is facing supply chain issue, or if the resort is experiencing a low number of cases, the team will work together to find effective solution. The management department is responsible for handling a number of activities such as financial management, human resources, marketing, procurement, and sales of stocks for the resort and the Apple Fried Chicken kiosk. That concludes my presentation.
I will be presenting about how the owner handles the company. First of all, hosts weekly management meetings to review sales, issues, and progress. The owner conducts weekly management meeting to track sales and performance, any ongoing issues, and evaluates the overall progress of the business. So this regular review helps keeps the company on track and ensure continuous improvement. Second, encourage open discussion and problem solving before issue arise. So the owner promotes open communication among team members to allow yearly identification and resolution of problems before they escalate. This proactive approach helps maintain a positive and efficient work environment. The third one is use meeting to brainstorm promotions, menu updates, and joint campaign. Meetings are used as a platform to generate creative ideas for marketing promotions, update product offerings like menu if it's about food business, food-related business, and plan collaborative campaign to boost brand visibility and sales. The fourth one is practice long-term planning with KPI tracking and budget reviews. The owner emphasizes long-term strategic planning by setting and monitoring key performance indicator, which is KPI, and conducting regular budget evaluation. This ensures that business goals are being met and finance are well managed. Last but not least, Ms. Intan remains actively involved in both businesses to ensure alignment and success. Ms. Intan, the owner, stays directly involved in the daily operations and decision making of both businesses to ensure that their strategies are aligned and that both ventures move towards shared success.
Hi, I'm Nik Alia Sofia binti Nirofi. I will continue the presentation. Miss Intan Shafrina binti Abdul Jalali was a student and held a diploma in tourism. After completing her studies, she worked in government service for a short period. However, not long after, she decided to resign and pursue a career in business to achieve her dream of becoming an entrepreneur. Before starting the franchise business, The Apple Fried Chicken, Miss Intan began her entrepreneur journey in the cosmetic and coffee manufacturing industries in Kelantan. One of her notable achievements include founding Dem Biotech, a well-known company based in Kelantan. Miss Intan also interested in venturing into the hospitality sector. She is also the owner of the Road Beach Resort located at Pantai Genting. Miss Intan began expanding her business into the food and beverage industry. This was because she recognized the needs of her resort guests for more dining options in the area. Resort guests and the general public became her target market when she launched a franchise called The Apple Fried Chicken. Fried chicken, a favorite among people of all ages and genders, made the brand well received by many and has become one of the successful ventures in Miss Intan's business portfolio. In this presentation, I will explain what inspired Miss Intan Shafrina to start her business. To begin with, the decision to start a business was largely inspired by her friends and family members who are also entrepreneurs. In particular, her husband, who runs an OEM that stands for Original Equipment Manufacturer Business. To begin with, the decision to start a business was largely inspired by her friends and family members who are also entrepreneurs. In particular, her husband, who runs an OEM that stands for Original Equipment Manufacturer Business. Another important reason came from customer feedback at the resort, where guests frequently complained about the limited food options available. This experience highlighted a clear gap in the market and motivated her to address the issue through her own food business. In addition, she aspired to create a local fast food brand that prioritized quality and taste, not just convenience. This showed her goal to offer something meaningful and high standard rather than simply copy existing models. Miss Intan Shafrina has been passionate about business since her childhood. She used to sew snakes and help her parents' small business. Lastly, she looks up to successful local female entrepreneurs who have built their own business empires. Their stories serve as powerful inspiration for her to follow a similar path and make her own mark in the business world.
Resources available self-funded from profit of existing resort and factory, no loans used. Used for existing resort staff, no run restaurant operation. Location within resort area, save oriental costs. Strong support system, family, husband, and entrepreneurial network. Existing supply network and basic infrastructure in place.
Next, I will explain Miss Intan's preparation before starting her business. First, she developed a detailed business plan like menu, cost, strategy, and customer target. She also conducted market study before planning new outlets like is it visible, accessible, and close to local communities and business areas. Third, plan early promotions via social media and influencer. She collaborated with Armin Wei. He is a well-known Malaysian TikTok personality, particularly popular in Kelantan. After that, she established quality control SOPs and weekly team briefing. Then, Miss Intan forecast demand, especially during off-peak or monsoon season to manage stock. Last, hands-on in operation, from supply checks to stock scheduling and performance review. In conclusion, the Apple Fried Chicken was founded by Miss Intan Shafrina to meet the needs of her resort guests. With careful planning and strong support, she turned a small business into a growing business. Although she faced challenges, her proactive action and smart strategies have strengthened the brand. Today, the Apple Fried Chicken is not just a restaurant, but an important part of her hospitality vision that focuses on customer satisfaction.